Good. Very early in the morning. Okay. That is early. I am... Yeah, that's 11:30. Wow. I thought I kept odd hours, but no. He did, and was not psyched about learning the plot. And I'm like, well, it's my writing stream. That is not a good place to go. Yeah, I think you guys have very different schedules. Schedules. Gotta stop saying schedules. And honestly, I have to stream at more reasonable times. Yeah, the Kingsman movie trailer looks wonderful. That's true. Yes. I just got Little Nightmares, and I'm hoping tomorrow I will finish this document, script, whatever you want to call it, early enough that I have a nice mid-afternoon, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock stream of Little Nightmares. Yeah, it looked like a moody platformer. A moody, stylized platformer. Apparently the DLC came out, and I have to review the just the DLC, but I haven't played the main game, so I'm just going to try and zip through the whole thing. Yay! I just realized I'm over the 100-page mark. That's good. Ah, yes. I'm always at a loss as to whether I should be streaming on Twitch or YouTube. I'm still not entirely clear on what the advantage of one platform over the other is. But hey, thanks for following it. Bear trap. Okay. Ugh. Clients. It's a weird catchphrase. I guess it does make live streaming easier to find than YouTube does. I mean, people only my own subscribers can easily find my YouTube streams, I guess. It does make sense. Although I find with PS4 games, random people do find my streams a lot more because, you know, whenever you look up a game on PS4, it'll give you a list of all the streams going of it if you're streaming through PS4, wherever that stream is. Although, hell, maybe I'll try streaming Little Nightmares on Twitch tomorrow. See how it does, right? There's no harm in that. Yeah, no, that is a handy feature. I tried that a couple of times, and it did work pretty solidly. I may try migrating a lot of my streaming over to Twitch. It's just my I guess you want to stick with where you have an audience, and I've got 500 people subscribing on YouTube, and my Twitch audience consists of you, Adler, and the 7 people who followed me back when I was playing Manhunt every day. Ooh, gotten to the really downer part of this script. Well, that does make sense. I've heard that monetizing is much easier to manage on Twitch. You know, because people can easily follow. There's a donate button. There's an account set up. And I have Amazon Prime, so I already have Twitch Prime, which apparently gets me a bunch of extra features that I don't really understand, but I haven't really investigated them at all either, so I'm sure it's not that complicated to figure out, right? Jesus, $100+ on Twitch. I assume you were. I assume that person was doing a really good job at their game of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Oh my god. Alright, so now I have to start writing the most complicated scene in the entire script. With multiple flag checks, obviously a choice, and an optional flashback. Wish me luck! Oh, okay. Oh, Mirror's Edge. You're so much fun. I should finish up my video of Faith kicking people off of buildings. I captured 3 minutes of people getting kicked off of buildings in the game, and it always made me happy when I was able to contrive to make that happen. Which wasn't that easy to do. People tend not to fly backwards when kicked in that game. They just tend to, like, crumple. So you have to, like, get next to a railing that's over a precipice and kick them against the railing so they'll flip. Alright, here we go. Move that to the next scene. Oh, evil clown. Oh, okay. There's the flashback. Decision point. At least I've written the end of that fight. It's going to make life a little easier. Or is that Amber Flag or Eileen Flag? No, it's Amber Flag. Okay. Don't remember. Back of cabin. Side behind cabin. Matt. Alice. That was weird. No, I've noticed that. Like, I've watched people... I don't know the guy's name. He was playing Dark Souls 3 with the drum kit from I think it was... I'm trying to remember what game it was from. You know, now that I think about it, it was a drum kit. It was probably from Rock Band, but who knows? And I was like, yeah, that's impressive. I understand why people are tossing this guy $5-10 all the time. It's definitely something I should look into. I mean, I'm trying to raise money for my visual novel, so... Yep. Yeah. I found a couple of artists I like who will be happy to work on it, which is nice. And I'm waiting on a check for a script I wrote. And I'm going to use that to hire the sprite artist. But so theoretically, I've got the game done enough to release. Because it just has to be as good or better than the game it's parodying. But I would like to have some CGs in there because it's a visual novel, so you want the full screen CG displays. And those are not cheap. Oh my god, those are not cheap. Well, no, I understand why. I mean, it's a big time investment for the artist. That's like, you know, 120, 150 bucks for a piece of art. And that's the low end. No, just, not, movement, just, swapped out faces. So there'll be like a, you know, you'll have the character's body, and then sometimes their arm will switch to a different pose, and then they'll be like, each of them will have 5 or 6 different expressions to go with their, what they're saying. That was not a long scene. Okay, here we go. Background. Entrance. Yeah, exactly. The teaser only had a couple of, like, 1 or 2 expression changes on the clown. Honestly, I had 4 expressions on the clown. I just, you know, I whipped together the teaser. The entire thing was written and produced, except for the sprites, in a day. And then I just quickly threw in the sprites and posted it. So I could have done more work with changing the, making the clown more expressive. That's absolutely a, there we go, entranceway. I'm sure I called it something else elsewhere. Okay, who's in this scene? Alice, Matt. Props. You know what? I'll see what happens in the scene. And honestly, like I said, as long as it looks better than Oh, God, I have to write this whole scene like 3 times. Yeah, no, I'm going to make sure this has a skip text button. Believe me. That's, because you want to get different endings and go back. The teaser does not have a skip text button, and that's a problem. So I'm going to learn how to code one in. Apparently you can in Tyranno Builder. Again, I bought a program and I put a game out in a day. Which, you know, it's good that you can do that. But obviously it was missing almost all of the bells and whistles. When Don't Run Away goes up on Steam, I'll redo Take the Job and add in some of those features, use the final clown, for example, and of course, you know, make that the free demo. Oh, well, I'm sorry to have disappointed you. Okay, here we go. Oh, right, remote. CG. Okay. Inset. Falling chandelier. Okay, here we go. It's a check flag right away. Check flag. Check flag amber. If run away. Immediately. No, it has 6 endings. If you don't take the job, more stuff happens. Yeah, there's a bunch of content you missed. And I'm sorry to make you suffer through the lack of skip text. Although if you save right before you make the decisions, because it's completely linear, you won't have to rewatch all of the text. So there is that, but it's that is cold comfort, I assume. I did consider RenP as my engine, but I don't know how to code. And that was the one thing Tyranno Builder had over it. If I could hire someone to code the game, if I had the money to do that, I would be using RenP. That's just, you know, absolutely. I know it's a very good. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh my god, I just realized we've reached the first ending. Wow. I'm 90 pages in and I'm finally writing the first ending. That's kind of cool. Alright, here we go. And honestly, while I see the advantages of working with Renpy, the only thing I need to be is better than the game that this is a parody of. And that game is just such garbage on every level that I'm pretty comfortable with what Tyranno Builder can deliver. Would I like it to be... I mean, I guess I could investigate to see if someone has already built a template game that's easy for me to put assets into. You know, text and choices and blah, 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 blah. I mean, now you got me thinking about this. I'm going to be waiting on art anyway. Alright, you know what? Something to consider. Inset. Is my indecision funny? Is that it? It should be. Jesus, this game is getting dark. I mean, I know this is a bad ending, but Christ. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm working. Alright, you've convinced me. I'm going to go to the Lemasoft forums and just see how much people charge to code. What kind of time it would take to put this thing together. Because honestly, Runaway is such a garbage fire train wreck situation that the better this looks, the more effective my satire is. Oh, seriously? Nice. Okay. And I just lost power. Huh. Let's see how much power I lost. Alright. I'm going to go flip a circuit breaker. Oh, it's, you know, circuit breaker. It's just, one of the many plugs in the room, in the house, turned off. So I'm going to go deal with that. I'll be right back. Okay, and done. Okay, so long story short, my office computer, not my computer, sorry, my office television is on the same circuit as my bedroom air conditioner, and when it gets up to about 35 degrees and super humid, the air conditioner needs so much power that if I have like my video player and my TV on, it is just too much and the thing collapses. Which is bad. But hey, didn't affect my work. That's all that really matters. So I can't have a movie on in the background, I just have to use music. I can still work. Oh, shadowy figure. No one will guess who you are. Because I've put no effort into setting up your reveal. Sometimes I worry that making a satire is just a cover for doing a bad job. Anyway, that's a conversation for another time. Will people be surprised? Whoops. Oh, shadowy figure. I'll never be able to write that phrase again without thinking about beloved character Abraham Shadowy. No, I'm sure it's fine. Yeah. Oh god, alright. And branch 1. How many endings does this thing have? Weird pretty is this? Seriously? Okay. 1, 2. I'm gonna have to copy and paste a bunch of this. Oh crap. That was stupid. Ugh. Know you're tired when? Alright, here we go. Jesus. I just had a freak out moment. I was watching Friday the 13th on the TV, then the power went out, so now I'm not watching Friday the 13th anymore. And as the song stopped on my headset, I heard the Jason sound effect. I'm like, what the hell is happening? My PS4's on in the other room, and I have the Jason theme. But there was a moment where I honestly didn't know that. Wow, alright. Okay. Here we go. No, copy and paste that one. I need to copy and paste that. What is branch 2? Okay, flag amber if run away. There we go. Now that's going to be easier to tell. So many bad endings. Okay, here we go. Oh, oversized kitchen knives. You're so scary. Background. A cliff. Tyrannobuilder. 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 If you type visual novel into the search box on Steam, it'll come up too. Restart song. Oh, this is bad. I feel like carabiner is the word I'm looking for. Python? This is why you don't write about climbing when you know nothing about climbing. The 100% total I know about climbing comes from a James Bond movie. It was Python. Alright, I guess I learned more about that James Bond from that James Bond movie than I thought I did. Jesus, rock climbing terrifies me. Okay. I don't mean to be too hard on myself, but this is where the game gets very stupid, so try not to judge me too harshly. But feel free to judge me. I'm not saying I don't deserve judgment. That was a lot of sneezing, and I apologize. Okay. When you say declare, you mean like brand a certain background or sprite a certain thing and then have the program call it up based on that name? Huh. So you're saying RenP, maybe not as hard to use as I thought it was. Okay, so every sprite, every inset, and I assume there's like code you can use to figure out where to place them on screen and stuff. Yeah, so then you can just use the short name of the thing. And it switches the background for you. Huh. Huh. I mean, that does sound simple if there's easy code to learn. And I assume it's full of tutorials. Huh. Oh yeah, scene would be the location where it's taking place. So that makes perfect sense. That's easy enough to wrap your head around. And you could add windowed props and stuff like that. Have windows popped up with images on them, like in front of or behind the characters. Okay, so like transitions for fading from one to another instead of like a hard cut. Or maybe like sliding one background in front of another. Star wipes. Please tell me there's a star wipe. There's probably not a star wipe. Seriously? And then he checked how many words were in his script. $15,000 words. That's not bad. I mean, I'm not done. Alright, so maybe I just hire someone to do this in RenP. And you're making this sound like it's the best possible choice. I wonder if he'd need all of the art already. You know, I could just come up with temp names for all the art in colored boxes, and then I would just retitle stuff based on the finished version. You know what? This is stuff we can go over when it's done. I gotta focus on finishing the script. But wow, this seems quite reasonable. What form were you looking at? Okay. Oh, so it is Limisoft. Yeah, that's where I found the artists. It seems to be like the big place for people developing RenP. I've already got a work in progress post on the forum there, where I will announce that the script is done. Fingers crossed tomorrow night. Alright, I'm gonna stop writing for a second, just cut and paste that for you. Greenie's RenP services. Boop! Offering deals on gamifying my scripts. I guess once you're pretty familiar with how RenP works, you can just cut and paste stuff into templates that you yourself build, probably. But I'll talk to the guy. Okay. No, thanks so much for finding that for me. That's amazing. It seems like such a reasonable deal. Wow. Alright, yeah, so we're doing this. It's going to be a Renpy game. You have convinced me. And it's going to save me a hell of a lot of time if I can just pay someone instead of, you know, spending 2 weeks coding it myself. This is happening. Looks like Don't Run Away is going to be finished a lot sooner than I thought. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's essentially, like you said, I'm basically paying someone to take my text file and format it as a different kind of essentially text file that's to be read by a visual novel program instead of by a human. So it's can't be, as you said, it can't be that much work. I wish I could reuse all of these LucasArts backgrounds I have going in the background of Oz my desktop. Just build a game around those. They look so good. Jesus. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You are 100% right about this. I kind of want to see that. Is it easy to export? Now, in my proudest moment, I spelled Connecticut right the first time. That's... course. That's 3. Wow. It's that easy. Oh, yeah, sure. Put up a link. Yeah. Well, it's a test. We don't expect it to be gorgeous. Oh, cloud services. I do not have a Mega account. Well, that's embarrassing. They seriously can't... You can't send a download link without having an account? The hell kind of a service is that? Do you have Dropbox? Google Cloud? Something that isn't ridiculous about this. Alright. Alright. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Apparently I need a decryption key. that you will have. That is one hell of a encryption key. I would never have guessed that. I'd have said, like, papillon. Or horse battery, because of that XKCD strip. Boop. Downloading. Okay. Test. Oh, so basically every test folder, game, whatever, has the entirety of the RenP code in it. That makes a sense as a way to distribute things. Okay, let's play. On the stream, we are now playing a test of a RenP game. Oh my god. That's a snake holding a Super Nintendo controller in its mouth. That's adorable. Is that the logo of RenP? Because if so, I approve. Well, this is taking a while to load. Did I not double click? Can't imagine I failed to double click. Well, that's less encouraging. I mean, I'm sure it'll work eventually, but that is definitely less encouraging. Just gonna check something. Oh, so you opened it without any trouble. I just got a crash notice for it. Oh, here we go. I got a window. It's not responding, but I do have a window. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that works great. Look at that. Huh. Let's try saving. Oh, you can quick save in RenP? That's awesome. It already looks good. That's crazy. Wow. Can I maximize this? I can. I mean, it didn't evenly fill up the screen, but it doesn't have to. I think... And can RenP export to... can it easily export to PC and Mac and everything? Do you think the Windows scale? Full screen. There's a full screen option. And does this skip automatically detect if you've already read it? It probably does, because it must, because it was grayed out when I first started the game. Oh, you can use your mouse wheel to scroll forward and backwards. Alright, yeah, we're doing this RenP. You've 100%, this is a fantastic idea. I totally get it now. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to find a guy and RenP the F out of this thing, because now I see there's no reason not to use RenP. This is gold. Seriously. Wow. Okay. Oh my god, it's done. What? Alright. I am done for the night. Wow. Mac and Linux as well. That's fantastic. Yeah, so, the significance of this is probably not super clear, so I'll just quickly explain why I so desperately had to finish this. Oh my god, I wrote 28 pages today. Whew, that's plenty by me. Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, no, the reason I was so struggling over that is because I had the rest of the game outlined except for that scene. So it's like I had a good idea. I have a good idea for what was going to happen in every single scene in the game before I started actually writing, except for that scene I just wrote. So that's why that took so long. But it's done now, which means I can go to sleep because I literally know the whole rest of the game. It's probably going to take me all day tomorrow to write it. I might not get around to playing Little Nightmares until Wednesday, but I can confidently say to some degree of confidence that this script is done tomorrow or Wednesday. So yay! And then I'm going to start investigating this whole RenP thing that you've convinced me is fantastic. Because it obviously is. Oh, wow. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, and I feel like maybe he gets me a base script idea of it, and then I have to like add in expression changes as I go. But you know what? This is all stuff I can investigate. This is going to be fantastic. All right, so that's the stream. Shaggy, thank you so much for walking me through this Ren'Py stuff. It's going to improve the quality of the game so much. So, you know, I'm hugely grateful, and consider, you know, expect to be thanked extensively in the credits of the game. But for me, I'm done for the night. So I'm going to wrap up the stream. Hidden Object Guru here on my script writing stream. Calling it. Join me back here tomorrow for writing the end of the thing if you have the time. But if not, I massively appreciate your ideas, because, yeah, this is going to get a lot better than it was going to be. And a lot less work for me, so that's a plus. All right, I'll see you back on the stream. But until then, au revoir.